Unfortunately, some are really sad. SummerSlam news, including WWE, suggests a sad choice for Roman. SummerSlam marks his return. The status has been announced, and Paul Heyman has issued an extremely distressing statement regarding his future in WWE. We'll have everything. Today's video has all of this and more. Unfortunately, Roman Reigns has lost another. He has previously dealt with a family member, with the death of his father only a few weeks ago, and now another family member. This family member passed away, put to rest on July 27th. With most likely Roman helps his family receive another heartbreaking loss, which may have anything to do with this newly revised return status for Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. We'll go into more in only a moment. WWE has SummerSlam was already announced as the next WrestleMania. SummerSlam would eventually become a two-night event, unlike WrestleMania, SummerSlam has not sold out. They currently have WrestleTix. There were 50,324 tickets sold. There are 5,759 tickets available. Thus it is not a sellout. There could be a huge number of walk-ups, and they could sell out that night, as shown by the banners promoting SummerSlam outside the stadium. Gunther vs. Damon. However, it is noteworthy that Cody Rhodes does not perform any solos. Damian Priest and Gunther, albeit they don't show Solo versus Cody, only Cody. This is really interesting and strange. Provide a clue as to who will win the SummerSlam match between Solo and Cody. However, it may be an important indicator as to whether Roman Reigns will present attractively. We now know whether or not Roman will return to SummerSlam, with many supporters. This revelation will anger them, and Paul Heyman has made an incredibly alarming. Let's go into it all. Now, speaking about Solo, have a peek at this as something to tweet about. SummerSlam. You used the hashtag SummerSlam on Twitter. Look at the emoji that appears right next to it. Solo SEO. Could be another sign of who we are going to see on pay-per-view. Incredibly, it's interesting that they didn't mention Cody. They put Solo, not Roman. Obviously, we'll find out via pay-per-view. So how long will SummerSlam be? The pay-per-view time is now expected to last around 4 hours. However, others believe it could stretch up to 5. Is it going to take 4.5 hours? To be a long paper, the formal pre-show begins at 3 p.m. and will undoubtedly include a news conference. It will take at least an hour. So some are saying this is simply too much. WWE 8 to 9. Others believe that the number of hours is simply excessive. This is great. I could watch WWE all day, all night long. And as we approach SummerSlam, Paul Heyman was taken out. According to the lineage, he was admitted to the hospital with severe injuries. His silence for the first time on social media after the attack. Paul Heyman was either unable to tweet because he was in the hospital or had he suffered significant injuries that prevented him from tweeting. So for the first time since going to the hospital, Paul Heyman claimed that following on Twitter. He answered to tweet to him about the fan adding, "You're amazing, Paul, you are the GOAT." Paul Heyman said the following, "Thank you very much, love, and respect." But it appears that Paul Heyman is going much farther, as he has broken his quiet on social media. He is about to break his silence in WWE, and it will be at SummerSlam. Paul Heyman is scheduled to return at the pay-per-view, but it will be very sad. He returned because he was gravely injured during the Bloodline attack. He will probably only be able to move what the Bloodline has done, such horrific things that will have to create a shocking. He announced that he is retiring from WWE due to the attack. There is just no way he can stay in the organization, and he will say one last goodbye from SummerSlam. But what about Roman Reigns? We know his friend Paul Heyman is returning, but as Roman returning to SummerSlam, we now have, unfortunately, the official answer by WWE. WWE has provided some pretty horrible news on Roman's potential return at SummerSlam. Many individuals now believe that WWE will try to create another fan frenzy, like when The Rock took Cody's place. This time around, it's WrestleMania 40 versus Roman. They intend to have Roman not show up. Why did SummerSlam disappoint fans? Will they do this? Why would they wish to anger and alienate their fans who have we been waiting for the Roman chanting that we want? Roman. They feel they can replicate the viral sensation that The Rock replaced Cody, and they may create another viral phenomena and increase WWE's fame. People want the Romans to return. Even more specifically, We know that Mon Kevin is expected to return, but will announce his retirement. The wrestlers who will replace him will occupy Roman's seat, Owens and Randy Orton. We must remember, both were removed by the bloodline in recent weeks. Randy Orton powerbombed the announcers. Kevin Owens was sitting at his desk, with a chair wrapped around his head representing his bloodline, assaulted and sentenced him to the hospital. So, if WWE chooses to proceed in this direction, yes, fans will be upset. Will Roman be upset? Probably intends to return, particularly for SummerSlam, because if Roman does not return at SummerSlam, he is scheduled return to the Bad Blood pay-per-view. This will take place on October 5th this year, so fans may have to wait. Roman has about 2 more months to possibly return because right now it appears that it will not be at SummerSlam. We'll most likely have to wait until October for the Bad Blood pay-per-view, as his return to SummerSlam has been cancelled. Who would you rather have returned to SummerSlam, Kevin Owens or Roman Reigns? Randy Orton makes a comment and gives "Please give me your opinion." On AEW Dynamite's 250th episode, MJF and Will Ospreay competed for the International Championship for 60 minutes, making it one of the company's longest matches. After watching both guys go the distance, TBS champion Mercedes Mone has reminisced on some of her long WWE battles, including her Iron Woman's match with Charlotte Flair at Roadblock in 2016. In her Mone Mag column, the TBS champion discussed her thoughts on long matches and Flair. Ospreay and MJF's epic 60-minute match made me think of Iron Man matches and my Iron Woman encounter against Charlotte Flair. It took roughly 42 minutes, and I know we went overtime. I also lasted 53 minutes in the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. How did I feel physically during and after the matches? Every time I finished anything, all I wanted to do was do it again. I knew the match with Charlotte was going to be amazing. Charlotte possesses exceptional stamina, which is essential for both narrative and wrestling, in my opinion. Mone went on to add that she was prepared to wrestle for an extended period of time, stating that she would undertake cardio conditioning non-stop leading up to both her encounter with Charlotte and the inaugural Women's Royal Rumble. Hopefully, Mone's stamina will come in helpful when he defends his TBS championship against Britt Baker at AEW All In 2024 next month. Earlier this week, Shane McMahon, the son of former WWE CEO Vince McMahon, met with AEW CEO Tony Khan at the airport. Shane and Khan apparently addressed the potential of collaborating in AEW, though it is unclear how the conversation progressed. Speaking on Busted Open Radio last night, WWE Hall of Famer Bully Ray claimed that he met with McMahon on the phone yesterday, and after a nice conversation, McMahon supplied Bully with a statement about his meeting with Khan. "Tony and I were introduced through a mutual friend, and we had a fantastic meeting," McMahon told Bully. "We chatted about a variety of topics, but primarily on our mutual passion for the business and the benefits and challenges of working with family. I congratulated him on AEW's 5-year milestone and look forward to seeing how he continues to evolve the firm." In addition to conveying the message, Bully cautioned that he has known McMahon for many years and feels he is well capable of keeping a secret. Bully was skeptical, despite the fact that it appeared to be a casual talk. "There's something in there, folks, trust me," Bully said. He used the term meeting. He did not say, "We got together for coffee." It was not something casual. What do you normally talk during a meeting? You are discussing business. Bully also took note of the name of a mutual buddy and indicated that he knew who it was. While Bully was unable to reveal their identity, he did hint that the individual would not have connected McMahon and Khan if it wasn't in the interest of business. Mercedes Mone stated yesterday afternoon that she was the one who arranged up the McMahon-Khan meeting, which occurred after McMahon and Mone met by coincidence in an airport last month.